I played a lot of sport when I was growing up, and it was always the team aspect. But then I think being a goalkeeper in a team sport gives you that individual nature, which I really love. And yeah, I love that you can win a game for the team, but you can also lose a game for a team, in the sense of obviously our position just being the nature of being a goalkeeper. And I just love that thrill. But yeah, the team sport aspect, hockey, is such a community sport, and yeah, definitely the team element, and you get to train alongside some US mates, which is pretty cool. A lot of people are like, why do you stand in the way of a ball that's travelling at whatever miles per hour? I think it's just the uniqueness of the position that draws people there and to it. And yeah, I'll just go back to the individual nature of it, but obviously within a team sport. And we probably do have a screw loose in some capacity because of, yeah. But for some reason we all stay and we all do it, and we're happy to get pelted with balls. And it is fun when you obviously make saves. I definitely would not be doing this if I didn't find it fun and enjoyable and challenging, which, yeah, is huge. The amount of times we actually make saves just from being in the right position, not necessarily a skill, is huge. And I think it's second nature to us, and we don't have time to think or react. And yeah, that's part of it. Whereas actually, if you take my out of kit with my helmet off behind the goal, I'm a wimp because I'm not ready, I'm not reacting. But yeah, I think it's you play on that edge and that thrill of you've got to be ready at all times. And yeah, and honestly, I'm speaking on behalf of myself, I don't think of how hard they hit the ball. I just want to do my job, get myself in the way of it. You're brave, you're standing, you're putting yourself out there. It can be a lonely position at times when you're on the pitch, but you also have this big role, especially for like a shootout or a stroke. So there's also that element of the bravery side. But yeah, definitely from an off pitch, I've spent quite a bit of time in rehab, various injuries, 2 ACL injuries. And I think, yeah, I probably built a lot of my resilience, my bravery and my perspective off pitch just during those 2 rehabs especially. And there's a massive trust element with that as well in terms of the rehab, and you're trusting people that you're doing the right thing. But yeah, I spent a bit too much time off the pitch. Touch wood, no more time. And actually, I'm not an injury prone. I just get the big one, the 2 ACLs. But both knees fixed and actually in a very good spot now, which is important. So I tore my first ACL in 2017. It was a long 18-month process. And probably a combination of, I've been in this program since 2015, probably just the length of time I've played hockey, that rehab, that psychological battle for that 18 months, obviously being off the pitch was tough. And I think it was club hockey I had to take a step back from 2 years ago. Yeah, I just fell out of love with the game, and I think that was the first bit to go. I just didn't enjoy it. I was kind of getting halfway to training and turning around, which is not a nice place to be. And actually, I don't think I realised at the time, but something needed to give, and I decided to take a step back this season and last season post my second ACL, because it was right and I wanted to get the love back for the game from a club point of view. And there was also other elements in that, and decision was around loading, and I'm 33, I'm not 23 like some of the other keepers, and I have to kind of make those decisions. And at the time I wasn't loving club hockey. I then got injured playing club hockey, took a break from international hockey for 6 months post Paris, and then have come back in such a much better frame of mind. And actually I think that's also a bravery piece, and to actually hold your hands up and be like, I can't do this anymore, I can't give you what this team needs. And actually it was a really big decision. It was very supportive. I've also felt a lot of support from the staff members and also the girls as well, because obviously playing club hockey is a big part of what we do, as well as obviously internationally. But I think they've been so supportive in my decision because they know it's right for me and my body. I actually did just get roped into 2 games the last couple of weeks, because unfortunately the Surbiton keeper got injured. It was nice to step back into that role, that space, and actually lighter than I did 2 years ago, which was again like a little stepping stone just in my journey. So my second ACL injury was pre-Paris, so I was kind of on track in a really good spot to go to Paris, and we accelerated my rehab from an ACL point of view and returned to playing capacity in 3 to 4 months, which is obviously quite unheard of in the space, and that was only possible from being a goalkeeper, not needing the physical load to run on pitch, and the nature of my position, also the stage I'm at in my career. We could push on and we could push the science and push the rehab, and we have the best sports system and sports science team here, which made that possible. And I think, yeah, it was a tough 3 months. It was a tough time last year, missing Paris. But yeah, the motivation to get back, to make all that worth it was something that I held on to. And I was motivated to get to the level I was pre-injury. And I can sit here today and say I did, and I've not reached my potential, but I've reached that level, if not a little bit higher since. And I think that's what's keeping me going, because I don't have a ceiling. I just want to push myself to see how far I can get, and also with the team as well. And I'm sure the others touched on it, but being a goalkeeper, it is about timing sometimes. And I've been in this program since 2015, and watched Maddie play for numerous years, and I mean she was the best at it and the best this country's ever had. I have so much respect for her, but my time, I'd like to think, is coming, or I'm on track. But yeah, I think the motivation just from that rehab, I wanted to put it all into practice, but also reach the level that I know I can. And I don't think I'm there yet. I'm consistently on the pitch, but I do need to keep ticking away. And being a goalkeeper, it's consistency. You want to be playing consistently well at the top of your game against the best teams. And yeah, I'm in a good spot. I'm very much looking forward to the games over the next months or so. I grew so much as a person, and especially in 2017, that was quite the early stage of my career. And I think trying to view it as a positive within a very negative situation, and just your brain can go why, your brain can go why me, why now. It can also go, what if I don't get back to where I want to be? So it will be very much stay in the present. That's the only thing you can control right now, and if you control that, then it makes the rehab slightly easier in the sense you've got mini goals along the way as well. And I think just touching on the ACL injury, there's such a negative connotation around that injury just because of the length of time it does take people to get back. And I know my situation was slightly rare in the sense I potentially got back in 3 to 4 months, which is kind of unheard of. And I'm definitely not telling people that that's exactly how you do it. I was very lucky with the sport team I've just touched on, and obviously the stage of my career I'm at, and the relationship our physio had with the surgeon made that possible. And actually I wouldn't be sat here or still playing today if I hadn't have gone through both of those rehabs, just from the resilience I built up, but also the perspective. And what we do here you can take for granted because we do it every day, but actually when you're off pitch for a significant amount of time, you just get a bit more perspective, and you carry that onto the pitch, whether it gives you an extra 5%. I'm a massive believer in not things that happen for a reason, but there was a reason I got injured in that period. There's a reason I wasn't in Paris, and I think I just tried to view it as that, and then the positives that I could do within that. And actually I would go through that 4-month rehab again, even knowing the same outcome of not getting or making it to Paris. But I would prefer to be stood in the goal, being brave, getting hit by a ball. I know that I'm at the end of my career in the sense I've got probably three years left. So my mentality side is enjoy it first and foremost, because if you don't enjoy it, then there's no point being there. And I think that is helping my game, just enjoy it. And the 5% that I've got from going through that rehab, from mentally, I might not be, I think I am moving very well, but I might not be. The mental side and the psych side of it carries me 5-10%. And being a goalkeeper, it's all about experience. And actually, the more times you're out there and put yourself out there, I think the better you get, as long as your body's in good nick. And touch wood, mine is at the moment.